Farmers Apprentice is a competition run by Farmers Weekly magazine to find the next young talent in farming and agriculture. So 10 young apprentices compete in a week-long series of farming challenges to be crowned the Farmers Apprentice. So we'd obviously filmed The Apprentice back in 2018. The show runs every other year. So in 2019, Farmers Weekly approached us to come and do it again for 2020. But obviously in 2019, when we agreed to it, we weren't anticipating the challenges that were to come in 2020 when we actually had to film it.
There was just a huge amount of unknowns in terms of how do we take a show that people know and love and produce it in a way that's COVID secure, safe, and that's still as viewable and entertaining as the previous shows.
So the first big challenge to overcome was in terms of location, where are we actually going to do this? Previously it had always been done on universities because it's got all the infrastructure. That wasn't an option because of coronavirus. So we actually reached out to the judge from last series in 2018, Robert Neal, to ask if we could do it on his farm up in Isbert in Scotland. It was a great option, but we had to put a lot of work in to actually make it workable during the week. And then obviously the coronavirus was seemingly an impossible challenge, but we essentially adopted what is now very popular in terms of like creating a bubble. So for a huge series of testing and different isolation periods, we managed to ensure that everybody who came onto location was as safe as they could possibly be and create this bubble on that farm. And we obviously had a lot of discussions about the crew.
The big bit of feedback that we'd had from Farmers Weekly before was how much fun they'd had working with us, and that wasn't something they'd experienced before. Within our business, we always commented on what a friendly team and how much fun we have whilst being experts in what we do. Yeah, we're taking a crew with director, 2 producers, assistant producers, runners, 4 camera operators, 2 soundmen, DIT. So some people that are probably watching this thinking, Christ, there's a lot of people. There's not a lot of people because you think, you've got to have 2 cameras really for most shots that you're taking because you've got to have something to cut to and there's 2 people speaking. We can't just pause it because you ruin that natural moment. It's a huge task, and also judging what to record.
When you watch these things, you think that those stories, those narratives, those characters just like come out. But there's a skill to seeing those and seeing those tensions and seeing the different characters and how they're progressing throughout the week. And then, pointing your camera at that and capturing that and asking the right questions and letting
treating the right emotions.
Exactly, yeah. It's similar to everything that we do in the sense that, yes, we have a client who is wanting an end product from us, but you can't focus so much on that end product that the process itself becomes a pain. Yes, we're making sure we're getting the best product possible, but also that it's not, the film crew are doing this again, the film crew are a nightmare.
And they're young people, right?
Yeah, they're there to compete for £10,000 at the end of the day. They're actually worrying too much about the cameras. Yeah. So we've got to really find a way of blending those 2 worlds and making sure that we find a way of getting the best product and ensuring that Farmers Weekly, everybody there is having a good time and that we're having a good time as well.
And I think that came out in the end results, right?
I mean, it was a massive success. They just really enjoyed the process, really happy with the quality, and then in terms of the actual results, the views almost doubled, I think, in the period series.
I think the sponsorship feedback was really positive. They saw huge value in the way that their brands would be represented and had actually seen business off the back of it. So massive success, sponsors over the moon, Farmers Weekly really delighted. I think the general feedback they had was that it was such a lift for the farming community generally, having a show like this come out that felt sort of semi-normal. So, again?
Yeah, they want to do it again. And I'll be there, 100%.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.